Namaste children. I think by now you can tell me what is a rational number. Think of the answer. Yes, a number that can be converted to a fraction or written in the form of p by q can be called as a rational number. All the integers are rational numbers. And what we learned yesterday, we learned these three topics. Shall we just have a quick recap? Equivalent rational number. How you will find out the equivalent rational number? You have to multiply and divide with the same number so that we will get a equivalent rational number. And the next one, rational numbers in standard form. I told you standard means 1. That means both the numbers should have only one common multiple and it should be 1. There are two methods in this. First method, we will directly simplify and write the least simplified form, and that is the answer. And for the second method, what we will do? We will find out HCF and then multiply and divide with the HCF and write the answer. Next, comparison of rational numbers. For comparing two positive rational numbers, we will make the denominators same and then compare the numerator and write the answer. And in the case of negative rational numbers, what we will do? The same process will be followed, but the only thing different is the number bigger here has the lowest value. For example, minus 4 and minus 5, which one has the lowest value here? Minus 5 has the lowest value and minus 4 has higher value than minus 5. Are you getting my point? Next, today we are going to see about rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Look at the first examples. I'll start with the integers and then we will move on how to find out rational numbers between two rational numbers. For example, if they are asking you find the numbers between 0 to 2, what you will do? Directly you can say 0, 1 and 2. And what is in between 0 and 2? Only 1 is in between 0 and 2. Okay. When the word between is given, you must leave or ignore both the ends and write whatever is inside that number line. Okay. For example, minus 2 to 3. What are the numbers in between these two terms? You have to draw a number line. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. And what are the numbers in between? You have to ignore minus 2 and 3 and just count what are the numbers inside. Next is a fraction which has the same denominator. 3 by 7 to 4 by 7. 3 by 7, look at the fraction. The numerator is smaller, so where it will lie in the number line? It will lie between 0 and 1. Okay. So you are going to divide it into 7 equal parts and you are going to write it 1 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7 and so on. Okay. And the next one is the actual rational numbers we are going to see. It is two fractions are given with different denominators and they are asking you to find the rational numbers between them. For that, what we can do? We have to find the LCM, make the denominators same and then only proceed with finding the numbers. And also tell me, we are converting this minus 3 by 4 into minus 15 by 20 and minus 2 by 5 into minus 8 by 20 and you are writing from minus 15 to minus 8 what are all the numbers present, that is the rational numbers between these two we are telling. But also, can you think of more rational numbers? For example, if you are going to divide 0 and 1 into half, you will get only one rational number in between them. If you are going to divide them into 1 by 4th, what will happen? You will be having 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. So there will be 3 numbers in between. Same way, if you are going to divide it into 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, what will happen? The number of equal parts in between them will be keeping on increasing, right? So we can say that there is no one can generally say that there are only this much of fractions in between them. If you want to convert it into 100 equal parts, that is if you want to divide 0 and 1 into 100 equal parts, it is possible. If you want to divide it into 200 equal parts, yes, it is possible. And if you want, you can divide it into n number of parts. So we can say that there are unlimited bunch of rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. Okay, this diagram is given in our textbook. I'll tell you the page number later. What they have done is, first number line is given in terms of 1 unit in the scale. Okay, -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Next, what we are going to do, we are just going to take a magnifying lens and see what is in between 0 and 1. And there it is being divided into 7 equal parts, and we are getting all the numbers in terms of by 7. And next, what we are going to do, we are again taking the lens and looking in between 3 by 7 and 4 by 7. So it is still being magnified. So between 3 by 7 and 4 by 7, what is happening? They are dividing into 70 equal parts. And then 37 by 70 and 38 by 70. In between them, if we magnify and see, we can divide it into 700 equal parts. Same way we can see up to n number of equal parts. Okay. Now the next one. There is an alternate method for finding this rational number. That is, we are going to use a simple formula and find out the numbers in between them. For this formula, you have to understand the concept and you can derive the formula on your own. First, look at this number line. Okay. There is A and B in the left and right side of C1. This C1 is in the center. So if you want to find out C1, you have to first check what is in the left side. A is given and in the right side B is given. Normally, how you will find average? You will add all the numbers and divide by the total numbers. Okay, total number of values. So you will get the average. Same way we are going to find out the average of C1. So what will happen? In the left side A is there and right side B is there. You have to add both and divide it by 2. And same way, if you're going to keep C1, C2 in between C1 and A, what will happen? In the left side still A is there, but in the right side now instead of B, C1 is there. So to find out C2, we have to add A and C1 and then divide it by 2. Same way, they are keeping this C3 in between A and C2. Okay. So what will happen? Left side A is there and now right side instead of C1 we are getting C2 and then divide it by 2, you will get the value of C3. Like this you can find out n number of C's, okay, and write the answer. Look at this example. They are asking you to find out 6 rational numbers between them. First method, what we will do first, for all the sums you just go to the first method. If they are specifically asking you to apply the formula and write, you can go for the second method. Okay. Now shall we start with the first method? How you will find the rational numbers between these two fractions? First method, what we should do? First, for everything we should make the denominators same. Once you make the denominator same, the sum is very simple. Okay, so 11 and minus 9. What is the LCM for this? 99, because we don't have anything in common between them, so directly we can multiply. Now we are going to make this minus 7 by 11 into with the denominator of 99 and 5 by minus 9 with the denominator of 99. Okay, so what we can do here, for the first one we are going to multiply and divide by 9, and for the second one multiply and divide by 11. Okay, so whatever answer you are getting, if it is with the same denominator, what you can do, you can directly say, don't look at the answer given below, children. You can directly write minus 63 by 99, minus 62 by 99, minus 61 by 99, minus 60 by 99, 60, minus 60, after minus 60 what will come? Minus 59, minus 58 and up to minus 55 we should write. Okay, are you clear with this sum? They are asking you to find the rational numbers between the two terms. First, you have to make the denominator same and simply continue writing the numbers.